Welcome. Today, what we're going to be talking about is to stop thinking and to turn off your brain and just do work. And this is something that came to me about a month ago or so when I really did not want to go to the gym. I have a goal of going to the gym 5 times a week. And on my mirror, I have a dry erase marker and I write down workout 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when I go my first day, I check off the 5, so I know there's 4 days left. When I go the second day, I check off the 4, so I know there's 3 days left. And this is a process that I go through where I just have it up on my mirror, so every time I go to the bathroom, I see how many more times I have to personally go to the gym in order to hit my goal of 5 times per week. And about a month ago, I hit a wall and I was like, I do not want to go to the gym today. There's just something about it, I don't want to go to the gym. And inside of my head, I said, demand greatness. This is your goal. You have to do it. You set the goal, so now you must go for it and not give any excuses. When you set a goal and your goal is to do something and you want to demand greatness from yourself, you have to get rid of all of the possible excuses. And when excuses pop up, you have to say, I don't care about these excuses. I'm going to go anyways. You look them in the eye and you say, yep, I see you, excuse. I see you, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyways. And sometimes you just have to show up and put in the work. Show up and put in the work. We can all agree that most of the time when you hold yourself back, one of the main reasons why you hold yourself back is because you're too in your head. You're thinking too much, you're giving excuses, you're thinking about ways you could fail, you're thinking about ways that you could possibly be rejected. That is when you end up not being as great as you can. That is when you end up giving excuses of why you shouldn't do things. What you should do is learn how to get yourself to the point that when you feel like you don't want to do it, you've built up the mental training. This podcast, my group coaching, everything that I do, my one-on-one coaching is all about mental training. How can you train your brain like it's a muscle every single day to do things that you don't want to do, so when you see obstacles coming your way, it's just an experience where you go, nope, I'm going to plow through this thing because I've seen something like this before. It's all mental training. And this is why journaling and goal setting and knowing what you want is so important. 2017 is coming up. And in 2017, we're going to talk about how you need to have your goals completely set up and completely done. My group coaching, we're going to go over our New Year's resolutions. We're going to go over everything. We're going to do a full resolution planning and how to set goals, how to journal them, how to plan them, and how to accomplish them. This is why setting goals is so important, is because if you set goals and you know exactly where you're going and you're clear on exactly where it is that you're going and you work backwards and you make a plan, it makes it very easy. Because all you have to do at that point in time is to click off your brain, not think, and just do the work that needs to be done. You know what you want, you make a plan, and you just put in work. Just put in work. That is how things get done. Things don't get done from thinking about doing things, or thinking about if you should do things, or thinking about reasons why you shouldn't do things, or coming up with excuses of why you shouldn't do things. That's not how things get done. That's not how greatness is made. That's not how greatness comes from your life by making excuses or by thinking too much. So a habit that I want to give you through this podcast, a habit that I want you to think about today or jot down in your journal in your phone, is how can I learn to develop willpower to just do work, to just get things done and to stop thinking about it. If you heard my episode a few months ago where I talked about things are either black and white. Either you do something or you don't do something. And that is it. Either you do something or you don't do something. There's no in between, there's no gray area. You might say, well, what if I'm thinking about it? What if I'm going over all of the possibilities? What if I'm thinking about all of the different things that could happen? If you're thinking, that means that you are not doing. So you either do something or you don't. And by thinking too much, you are absolutely defaulting to not doing it. And that is the important thing to do. Mental training. What I mean by mental training is getting yourself to the point, if you've noticed I talk a lot about mental training, getting yourself to the point of doing things that you don't want to do. You've heard me harp on it a lot lately. And the reason why, if you can do things that you don't want to do, it makes it very easy to do the things that you should do or the things that need to be done All of those things are easier. The reason why I wake up in the morning and jump into a cold bath, it was 40 degrees this morning and I was in it for 6 minutes. Why? Because I don't want to do it. If I can eat that frog first thing in the morning, if I can do something that I don't want to do first thing in the morning, then the rest of the day is easy. The rest of the day is easy. Mark Twain says if you can wake up every single morning and eat a live frog, then the rest of your day is going to be good. If you can conquer your one thing that has to be done, your one most important thing that you keep procrastinating on and that you keep putting off, you could get it done right away first thing in the morning, the rest of your day feels amazing and it's already productive because the most important thing is already done. So the one thing that I want you to ask yourself right now listening to this episode is, do I think too much? And is that holding me back? Do I think too much and is that holding me back? And if you can become extremely self-aware of the fact that you're thinking too much, the next time when you think too much, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go, oh, I'm thinking too much. I need to just stop and put in the work. Because by thinking too much, once again, you either do something or you don't do something. If you're thinking about it, you are not doing it. So that is very important for you to know. With that, I'm going to be going more in depth on this episode today. Join me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/MWF Motivation. I'm going to be going more in depth on this, and I'm going to give you the 3 steps to turn off your brain and to do work tonight. Because obviously these podcast episodes are a little bit limited as far as time goes, and I'm going to go into the full thing tonight with a full question and answer session. So I hope you join me for the Facebook Live. You'll be able to answer questions. You'll be able to ask questions, see me live. I'll be able to answer your questions, help you any way that I can. So I'm going to give you the full lesson with a full question and answer session after. So join me, facebook.com/MWF Motivation. And with that, I'm going to leave you the same way I leave you every single episode. Make it your mission to make somebody else's day better. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day.